Behavioral interview questions for a cybersecurity engineer. To assess the candidate's ability to handle security incidents, collaborate with cross-functional teams, and apply security best practices in the highly regulated healthcare industry. Incident response. Can you describe a time when you identified and responded to a security incident in a healthcare environment? In a previous role, I detected unusual network traffic that suggested a possible ransomware attack targeting patient data. I quickly initiated our incident response plan, isolating the affected systems and notifying key stakeholders. After conducting a forensic investigation, I discovered a vulnerability in an outdated system. We patched the system, restored data from secure backups, and informed patients about the breach, ensuring compliance with HIPAA regulations. Regulatory compliance. Tell me about a time when you had to ensure your organization met security compliance standards like HIPAA or GDPR. I was part of a team tasked with ensuring our healthcare application complied with HIPAA. I conducted a gap analysis to identify areas where security practices did not meet HIPAA standards, particularly around data encryption and access control. I worked closely with the development and operations teams to implement encryption protocols and establish proper access management policies, ensuring that sensitive data was fully protected. Threat mitigation. Describe a situation where you identified a potential threat before it became a serious issue. What actions did you take? I noticed an increase in failed login attempts to our patient portal, which could indicate a brute force attack. I quickly implemented IP blocking and enabled multi-factor authentication, MFA, for added security. After monitoring, the login attempts ceased, and there were no successful breaches. The prevention measures helped protect patient data without affecting user access. Collaboration with other teams. Tell me about a time you had to collaborate with other teams to address a security vulnerability in a healthcare environment. In one case, we discovered a vulnerability in our medical device management system, which could potentially expose patient data. I collaborated with the IT team to assess the risk, with the legal team to understand potential regulatory implications, and with compliance to ensure all actions were documented per HIPAA guidelines. We patched the system and notified affected parties, including patients, to ensure transparency and compliance. Risk management. Tell me about a time you had to manage a significant cybersecurity risk in a healthcare organization. What steps did you take? We identified a risk in one of our third-party vendors' software that was being used to manage patient records. I initiated a vendor risk assessment and worked with the procurement and legal teams to understand the potential impact. After determining the severity, we replaced the vendor's software with a more secure, compliant solution, ensuring minimal disruption to patient services. Security training and awareness. Have you ever had to educate non-technical staff on security best practices in a healthcare setting? How did you approach it? Yes, I conducted a series of workshops for our non-technical staff, focusing on topics like phishing prevention and data handling. I used real-world examples relevant to the healthcare sector, emphasizing the importance of safeguarding patient data. I also created easy-to-understand materials and interactive scenarios, which helped improve overall awareness and reduce the number of security incidents caused by human error. Handling security breaches. Tell me about a time when a security breach affected your healthcare organization. How did you handle it? We experienced a data breach when an employee's laptop was stolen, which contained sensitive patient information. I quickly coordinated with the IT team to track and remotely wipe the device. I also worked with legal and compliance to inform affected patients and report the incident to relevant authorities. After the breach, we implemented additional encryption for all devices storing sensitive data to prevent future incidents. Preventing insider threats. Tell me about a situation where you had to address an insider threat or prevent it in your organization. I noticed unusual access patterns to sensitive patient records by a hospital employee who did not have a legitimate need for that data. I immediately reviewed the user's access logs, confirmed the inappropriate access, and worked with HR to investigate. We revoked the user's access and initiated an audit to ensure no further unauthorized actions occurred. This incident prompted us to review our access controls across the organization. Incident prevention and postmortem. Tell me about a time when you had to perform a postmortem after a security incident. What did you learn? After a phishing attack that led to a compromised account, I led the postmortem analysis. We found that the email filtering system had missed the malicious emails. We implemented more robust email security controls, including advanced phishing detection tools and updated staff training. The incident reinforced the importance of multi-layered security and constant vigilance in healthcare. Security automation. Can you describe a situation where you implemented automation to improve security processes in a healthcare organization? I implemented automated vulnerability scanning for all hospital systems, which significantly reduced the time spent manually identifying potential weaknesses. The automated system was able to scan systems regularly and immediately notify us of any risks. This reduced our incident response time by 40% and helped ensure compliance with security regulations like HIPAA. These behavioral questions assess the candidate's ability to handle common security challenges in a healthcare environment, including regulatory compliance, incident response, collaboration with other teams, risk management, and proactive security measures. The answers reflect key skills such as communication, decision-making, and technical expertise necessary to ensure the protection of sensitive healthcare data.